Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another match of FC Barcelona in this La Liga season. This will be the match between Barcelona and Granada for, I believe, is the fifth match of La Liga for Barcelona. Um, so right now we're just a few minutes away from actually the match kicking off. Before anything, as always, if you want to stay up to date with everything that Barcelona does, please be sure to check out our webpage, blaugranagram.com. Leave us a like, follow us, subscribe, as well as our podcast. Please, it does help. It does help a lot for us to grow and to continue growing and bring you everything that we can. Well, we have two podcasts: one in Spanish called Blaugranagram en el Johan, and another one in English, the Driven Shot podcast, hosted by our CEO Omar Hawash. And yeah, please be sure to check us out. Also, if you have any questions or any comments, please be sure to leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to check them out. Yeah, actually, we already have a comment. It's from Wednesday. Where's the match? It's in the Camp Nou, right? It's in the Camp Nou. So Barcelona will be playing in their on their home turf. They will be playing in the Camp Nou right now, just a few minutes away. Right before we get into anything more, I want to look through the lineups. FC Barcelona will go with the following lineup. Marc Andete is taking the goalkeeper. In the defense, a really young defense with Serginho Dest, Ronald Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Alejandro Valdez that played very good minutes in the Bayern Munich match after Jordi Alba had to be subbed off due to an injury. So we'll be looking forward to seeing him actually in his first match of La Liga as a starter for Barcelona. In the midfield, we have Sergio Roberto, Sergio Busquets, and Frenkie de Jong. Pedri was injured also in the last after the last match, possibly due to all the minutes that he played during the last season. And then in the attack, we have Yusuf Demir, also a very young prospect for Barcelona's side, Memphis Depay, and Coutinho. So Coutinho, after a lot of days and a lot of time without actually playing as a starter for Barcelona, he is back in action for the Culés. And let's hope that he does the best that he can and he actually lives up to the whole to everything that he had going before he was actually injured. On the sub side, we have Neto and Peña as goalkeepers, Piqué, Longley, Mingueza, and Umtiti in the defense, and just two midfielders, Ricky Puig and Gavi, and in the attack, Luke de Jong. So not a lot of players actually on the bench for Barcelona. Let's hope that that actually doesn't affect them that much. And also, looking over to Granada, they have Maximiano and the goalkeeper, Kini, Duarte, Abraham, and Escudero. Monchu, a former Barcelona B player, and it was a very good player for Barcelona during a lot of years in for the Barcelona B side in all the ranks. So also a very important player for Granada. Milla, Eteki, and the attack they have Puertas, Molina, and Machis. So a lot of speed for Granada as well, going into the attack. And well, yeah, right now we're just a few minutes away from actually kicking off. So as always, if you have, well, here are also the subs for for Granada. I'm sorry. Escandel, Arias, Sánchez, Neva, Diaz, Gongalón, Zorro, Montorro, Rochina, Ruiz, Suarez, and Baca. So Baca, the also the once very important attacker for Villarreal, is also in the substitution for Granada. So a very key part of the attack for Granada will be this man. So, as I said before, just a few minutes away, as always. If you have any questions or any comments, please be sure to leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to check them out as quickly as I can. And well, yeah, right now I'm sorry I'm having some technical difficulties. Actually, I'm so sorry for that, and I'm trying to solve them as quickly as possible. So the match has started, but I'm having a few technical difficulties. Just give me a few minutes, and I'll try to just solve this as quickly as possible and start actually with the live coverage. So yeah, right now I'll try to tell you if anything really important happens because I am having a few problems with my internet. I'm so sorry. This is the first time that actually this happens to me. So yeah, well, right now let's hope that actually Barcelona does have a strong start. They have been lacking a little bit, I think. Well, obviously against Bayern Munich, it wasn't their best match. Obviously, um, they didn't really take off really well, and they really lacked a lot, I think. And I actually think Bayern Munich played played like in a well, I don't know, they weren't even really playing at their full potential. So I do think that Barcelona still have a long way to go. Fortunately for us, they do have a lot of young players that can show they can have a lot of quality, and they do show a lot of promise. So let's hope that actually goes well for Barcelona in this occasion. And well, yeah, I'm so sorry for all of this, but I'm just having a lot of technical difficulties for this. Um, I'm not quite sure what's happening because normally I have access to the matches, but right now it's just not happening at all. And I'm just like in a stalemate of everything. If I'm not able to really um, if I'm not able to really solve this, I'll just have to go offline and try to do something a little bit different, or because nothing is really working for me. Oh, I'm so sorry again. um, yeah, no. So I think I'm not gonna be able to really give you live coverage today. I'm so sorry. Nothing is working for me. Everything is just on the fritz. Everything is just malfunctioning. And yeah, so give me a few minutes and I'll try to figure it out, but I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, no. Nothing at all is working right now. Um, I'll just look up really quickly right now, in case something has happened. Um, and I'll tell you very quickly. And if I can, I'm sorry, I just have to go offline. So right now, actually, Barcelona are already losing 1-0 against against Granada. A goal in the second minute for Granada of Duarte. It was a header. So Barcelona are losing right now against Granada, but I'm not able right now to really do a live coverage. So I think I'm just gonna close it up right now. Arjun Veer Singh, hello, hi. I'm sorry if this is the first time that you're really coming on to Blaugranagram for the live coverage. This is the first time that this actually happens to me, and I'm not even sure what's happening because normally I have some sort of um, some sort of access to to the links and to everything, but right now everything is just not really doing anything. Just give me a few minutes more and I'll try to work through it. And if I can't, well, I guess it'll be just game over for me today. Okay, so let's see if this actually works. And if it doesn't, I think, yep, no. So yeah, I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm not able right now to really do a live coverage because nothing is really even working for me. Everything is just not doing it. I'm so sorry. I'm just really doing my best to find different ways to actually watch and give you a live coverage, but everything is just not doing anything. Give me another few minutes and I'll tell you what's happening if I can. So right now, statistic-wise, Barcelona don't have really any shots on target. They don't have any shots. Just Granada have two shots, one shot on target, and two corner kicks. But other than that, possession also Granada are leading on that in that aspect. They have 52% against 28 of Barcelona. So not really a good start for Barcelona, as we know that they sometimes can really suffer in those kind of situations. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, no. So nothing is working. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to really go offline. Nothing is doing it for me. And oh, let's see if actually I can right now. And if I can, well, I'm sorry. This is just gonna be like my last attempt. Okay, so I found a link finally. Okay, so 9 minutes have been played right now, 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Right now, the ball is in the hands of Maximiano, the goalkeeper of Granada. And well, yeah, right now it was, I'm not quite sure what even happened, but right now it's Granada. They're going into attack. It's Serginho Dest that heads the ball into forward, going forward. I think it was Machis that was trying to really recover it, but Serginho Dest did a really good job in just heading in a direction going forward. And Machis just tried to control it, but didn't really have any sort of control on it. Right now it's Milla, and Milla, he goes all the way back to his goalkeeper with Maximiano. Maximiano tries to just simply kick the ball away as quickly as possible from his own goal and put his position into attacking. Barcelona does recover the ball through Frenkie de Jong. It's Alejandro Valdez. Frenkie de Jong draws a foul, and Alejandro Valdez takes it quickly. Once again, Frenkie trying to go quickly into attack. He goes with Memphis. Memphis is being dispossessed by three defenders of Granada very quickly. And now a player, I think it's Monchu, is on the pitch. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Puertas who is on the pitch after a physical exchange with Alejandro Valdez. I think actually Valdez hit his right ankle. And yes, he did have a contact. So, well, after a few hectic minutes on my side, I finally found somewhere where I can actually give you live coverage. And sorry for the few minutes that were actually really hectic by my side, but yeah. So right now we're live once again, and I'll try to keep it that way as much as possible. Right now, I've just recently looked at the replay of the goal. It was Scudero that arrived from the left, attacking Barcelona's box, and then he just simply had to put it to the far post on a cross. And Machis really didn't have any competition. Frenkie de Jong tried to win the ball aerially, but Machis was quicker and was in a better position. Right now, it's actually Machis with another good cross. I think it was once again, this was a time, I think it was Jorge Molina with a good contact, but it went just over the crossbar of Marc-André ter Stegen. So Machis, once again, in a good position. He wins against Serginho Dest. He did a little cross, and Jorge Molina almost had another goal for his side. It went just over the crossbar. So right now, FC Barcelona are struggling against Granada. and Granada are doing an extremely good job going into the attack with just as few men as possible going forward. And somehow he does. Uh, they are having a lot of problems, Barcelona, defensively wise. So no surprises whatsoever on the defense. But Granada seem to be really on their A game right now. And once again, they're going into attack this time. I think it was through Puertas. Puertas is trying to get out of the pressure of two players. He finally gets a throw in for Barcelona after the ball hit Coutinho and left the pitch. Another comment. Thank you so much for the interactions. It's Becali Kurt, Barcelona or Granada. I'm hoping that Barcelona can actually win. But let's see if they can actually have some kind of reaction to this 1-0 deficit. Right now, it's once again Granada going into the attack. We're going through the left side, attacking the sector of Alejandro Valdez. Once again, Granada bring a Barcelona player down after they were trying to go into a quick counter. This time, it was once again Frenkie de Jong uh, who was being fouled, and he's actually not really happy with the referee telling him that he was in a good position to go into the counter, and he was brought down. It was Luis Milla, I believe, that brought him down. I'm sorry, it was Antonio Puerta. And then Milla was caught up in between the ball and Frenkie de Jong. So four fouls committed by Granada against just one of Barcelona. Right now it's Serginho Des. He goes with Sergio Roberto. Sergio Roberto, who is playing in the midfield, not playing right now as a right back. So he is in his more natural position. Right now it's Alejandro Valdez trying to go forward. He tries to face one of the players of Granada. He goes back towards Frenkie de Jong. Now Frenkie goes to the midfield. He finds Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia goes to his right to Serginho Des. Now Serginho Des to Demir. Demir, the youngster who is showing a lot of promise, but still isn't that key player that he could be in the future for Barcelona. Right now it's Coutinho with Sergio Busquets. Now Eddie Garcia, Demir with Sergio Roberto. A good exchange between the two with a lot of good passes. Here comes Sergio Roberto with a good cross, but the defense of Granada simply headed out. Right now it's once again with Alejandro Valdez. Now Memphis, who is playing on the left side, he goes a little bit more into the box, and he almost sends a good cross, but a defender of Granada was there first and simply sent it to the corner kick. So here comes Memphis. Let's hope that Barcelona can actually do a little bit something a little bit different and go into a position to actually win the ball in an aerial duel. Here comes Memphis. Memphis getting ready. Here comes the cross. It goes over to the second post looking for Eddie Garcia, and Eddie Garcia brings down his defender. I think he brought down Eteki. Eteki had won perfectly well the position, and then Eddie Garcia simply, I think, pulled a little bit too much on his right shoulder, and Eteki simply drew the foul. Right now, 50 minutes have been played, and Barcelona don't seem to have that much of a spark going forward in this match. Maximiano will be the one putting the ball once again into play. Here comes, it's a long clearance. Eddie Garcia goes to his left to Alejandro Valdez with a lot of green space in front of him. He goes over to Coutinho now. Coutinho putting a little bit more of a stop, not going that much into speed. Coutinho goes back over to Frenkie. Now Alejandro Valdez. He goes over to Memphis. Memphis trying to get away from one defender. He almost gets one, but he somehow slips inside the box, and the ball just goes out of the pitch. It will be a goal kick for Granada. He almost got away from Duarte, but then I'm not sure why he just slipped. I think he didn't really have a good grasp of where he was, and then he simply slipped. Right now it's Granada that put the ball once again to play with Sergio Escudero. Escudero goes on to Molina. Molina simply can't reach the ball in an aerial duel against Araujo. And now once again, Alejandro Valdez. He goes back to Araujo after he was being pressured by Antonio Puertas. Now Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia moving a little bit forward into the green space that he has. He was trying to find Busquets, and then Busquets, Sergio Roberto, but the ball simply went too strong, and now it's in the feet of Maximiano, who simply has to grab it with his hands and now has complete control of the tempo of the match. They go over to Duarte. 111 passes by Barcelona against just 21 of Granada, and somehow Granada still are leading this match. But I think it's quite clear what Granada will be trying to do now. They'll simply try to hang back and not allow Barcelona to get on the scoreboard, and then just hang on to this 1-0 advantage right now. It's Serginho Dest on the right. He goes with a good cross, and it was to the second post. He almost found Coutinho, but two defenders of Granada were quick to simply close up any kind of gap there was in the box. And now it is another corner kick, and Memphis once again is getting ready to take it. Memphis looking possibly going short this time over to Coutinho. Coutinho is near to him. He does go, and here comes the cross by Coutinho. It is a good cross, and it finds Sergio Roberto. Sergio Roberto hits the crossbar with somehow, I'm not quite sure how he even hit it, but he simply had a little bit of a touch on the ball, and it somehow hit the crossbar. So Barcelona were very, very close to equalizing this match. Sergio Roberto with a lovely, just subtle touch, and he hit the crossbar. So Barcelona almost get on equal terms, but the crossbar simply denied Sergio Roberto. And now Barcelona seem a little bit more motivated going into attack. This time it's Demir. Demir going a little bit more into the center of the pitch. He's looking for one of his teammates. He goes over to Valdez on the left. Now Valdez looking for one of his teammates to aid him. He goes over to Coutinho. Coutinho trying to find Memphis between a lot of players of Granada. And now Molina was trying to go into a counterattack, but Ronald Araujo was very quick to get to that position and just cut it out. He intercepted the ball, and now it's in the feet of Sergio Roberto. Now Busquets with a lovely ball over the head of the defenders. Now it's Memphis. Memphis inside the box. He goes for a cross, and I think it hit. Yes, it did hit a defender of Granada, and so it will be another corner kick. A beautiful touch by Busquets over the head of the defenders of Granada. And Barcelona does seem a little bit more lively with a lot more energy right now to go into the attack. Right now it's Memphis. Memphis, he goes to the first post, and now they try to find Demir. I think it will be another corner kick for Barcelona. Yes, it is. And once again, Memphis is getting ready. Here comes the cross, and straight to the hands of Maximiano, unfortunately, for the Blaugranas. And so Maximiano simply had to catch the ball, and then he will play the ball once again into play with a slow tempo, trying to waste as much time as possible, giving his team a little bit more breathing room. Once again, Jorge Molina tries to win the ball aerially. He does this time. He goes over to Machis. Machis struggling to get past Serginho Dest. This time, the American defender wins the duel against the attacker. And here they go now to the left with Alejandro Valdez. They go over to I think it was Coutinho. Now Busquets. Busquets goes to his defender, and a little bit right now of a key ball between Barcelona's defender and midfield. Here comes Alejandro Valdez with a good cross, trying to find someone on the back foot of the defenders, Memphis. But just a midfielder, I believe was Luis Milla, was in a good position to simply intercept the ball. But once again, it's in the feet of Barcelona and in the possession of the Blaugranas. Let's see if they can manage to do something different. Here comes Coutinho. Coutinho to Valdez with a lot of space. Another cross, but once again, he doesn't find any of his teammates. Eteki was first to get to the position. And now it's Antonio Puertas, who is trying to go into a little bit of a counter for his team. The ball is taken away from his possession, and now Monchu fouls Busquets, the former Barcelona B player. And the referee is having a word with him, possibly just telling him to cool down. 72% by Barcelona against 28% of the possession of Granada. Here comes Dest. Dest with a good cross trying to find. He almost found Memphis, but wasn't that successful. Now Monchu trying to win the ball against Alejandro Valdez. Alejandro Valdez slides with a challenge, and he almost won the ball, but it finds its way to Kini. Now Kini goes to Luis Milla. Luis Milla stopping. He goes over to Eteki. Eteki looking for Monchu, but Monchu is quickly dispossessed by Alejandro Valdez. It finds its way over to Eddie Garcia. Eddie Garcia tries to find with a through ball. Memphis, but Luis Abram, the defender of Granada, uh, read it all the way and simply passed it to one of his to his teammates. Right now, it's once again Monchu being pressed by Frankie Young very quickly, and now Luis Villano once again with the possession. He goes long towards Antonio Puertas. Now Jorge Molina, the veteran attacker, simply covers the ball from Ronald Araujo. And now they find Machismo a lot of green space. He goes into a duel with Serginho Des, and then Serginho Des wins the ball. But then I don't know what he did. He simply lost balance and gave the ball away over to a corner kick for Granada. The American defender had won it back, but then I don't think he really understood what he wanted to do. And then he simply lost balance and gave the ball for the corner kick to Granada. So a corner kick right now for Granada, and we'll see what they'll be trying to do. Possibly looking for one of their very strong and physical defenders, or even Jorge Molina, the attacker. Here comes the cross. It's Jorge Milla, a very close cross. Marcadez simply hits the ball with a strong punch, and now it goes out of the pitch for a throw in for Granada. A very physical punch by Marcandete to simply give his team a little bit of breathing room. So here comes the throw in. Sergio Busquets is telling the referee that they're losing a lot of time. Finally, they put it back into play. It was Frankie de Jong who was trying to find Philippe Coutinho, but they didn't really understand each other, and so it will be another throw in for Granada. Right now, it's a Granada player who is almost on the edge of the box, almost with a good shot, but he was dispossessed. And now Sergio Roberto goes over to Memphis. Memphis facing three defenders. Here comes Memphis with a good shot, but it goes just over the crossbar. A good attempt by Memphis Depay crossing a little bit into the middle of the on the edge of the box, and then just going for a very long shot. It was Demir who dispossessed, I believe, Luis Milla, and then Memphis tried to go for it all on the counter attack. Right now, it's Sergio Roberto now that is having a quick word with the referee, telling him that he isn't really happy with the decisions that the referee has been having. Here comes once again Maximiano. Maximiano with a long kick. Right now, it's going over to Jorge Molina, but it finally goes out of the play. It will be a throw in for Serginho Des for the right back. He goes back towards his defender, Eddie Garcia. Now Marcandete Stegen. He goes over to Ronald Araujo. Araujo with Busquets. Janet Dickey is on the pitch. He is down on the ground. He is asking for a substitution, I think. Possibly an injury. Let's hope that it's nothing too serious for the midfielder of Cameroon. Janet Dickey is grabbing his right leg, I believe, like the back part of his right leg. And let's hope that it's nothing too serious. I think he will have to be subbed off. But well, yeah, let's hope that it's nothing too serious for the Cameroonian midfielder. It looks like it was his right hamstring. So yeah, I'm not sure he'll be able to be back for this match. So let's hope, as I said before, that it's nothing too serious for the midfielder, and that he can be back in action as soon as possible for his team. But I think for this match, he will be subbed off. He is talking with his manager, and it does seem as if he will be subbed off. Robert Moreno does give the indication, the manager of Granada, that he will be subbed off. Here comes Barcelona. They put the ball back into play very quickly. It's with Coutinho. Coutinho goes to his right to Serginho Des. A little bit of a long pass, but the right back does manage to get there. Now he goes over to Yusuf Demir. Sergio Busquets. Back to this. Des with a good cross, and he almost finds Memphis, but once again unlucky as the defender was quicker to the position. Once again, Eddie Garcia. Now Coutinho. Coutinho goes over to Demir once again on the right. Demir almost tripped up by a midfielder. Now once again, Des almost gets away from a cheese, and another another corner kick for Barcelona. Janeteki is coming back into the pitch. Let's hope that he doesn't suffer any kind of injury in this minutes, and that he is fit enough to actually play once again. They go for a short corner with Memphis. Memphis back to Serginho Des. And once again, the cross is simply headed out by the defenders of Granada that don't really have to even move that much. And well, let's hope that this can actually change for Barcelona. Once again, they go over to the right. This time it's Memphis Depay who was actually waiting for the pass on that side. But yeah, he wasn't really able to get it. Once again, Janetiki is on the ground. He is asking this time for the substitution. Possibly he did this as a stunt to simply give his team a little bit more of time to get ready for the substitution. And Valdez going over to the sideline. I think Ronald Koeman will be giving him a few indications. And they are giving him a few indications. I'm not quite sure. Let's hope that it's nothing physical for Alejandro Valdez. And actually, we do see Mingueza that is warming up, and it does seem as if Alejandro Valdez is having a little bit of discomfort on his lower back. So he is having a good match, not being his best, but he is having a good match nonetheless. So let's hope that it's nothing too serious. And well, Janeteki is on the pitch, and he will be subbed off this time. Even he will be taken off through the medical cart. And well, 30 minutes have passed of the match, and it does seem as if Mingueza will be coming on for Alejandro Valdez, the two La Masia products. And well, yeah, bad luck for both Janeteki and for Alejandro Valdez. A lot of time is being, I don't want to say wasted, but a lot of time is running due to Janeteki's substitution. And Montoro will be brought on for the midfielder. So Montoro, I believe is another midfielder. Yes, Montoro, another midfielder of Granada, will be brought on. And so Janeteki is being subbed off at the moment. So Montoro, a very physical player, and let's see how he actually reacts to going into the match just 30 minutes in. Right now it's Alejandro Valdez that intercepts the ball. He gets out of a quick press, and now he goes over to Serginho Des. This goes back to Eric Garcia. Now back to Araujo. Araujo going a little bit forward. He doesn't find any of his teammates. He finally goes back to his partner in crime, Eric Garcia. Now the two midfielders having a little bit of pressure by the front three of Granada. Now Frenkie de Jong being pressed. He gets away from the first. He gets away from Teo. Now he goes over to Sergio Roberto. Now Sergio Roberto finds Serginho Des, the right back man with the best control. And then Machi simply had to really point the ball out for a throw-in for Barcelona. They go over to Eddie Garcia. Once again, Frenkie de Jong. Now Ronald Araujo. Araujo plays it over to the left to Alejandro Valdez. Alejandro Valdez looking for almost a cross, but he simply decides this time it isn't worth the shot. Now Eddie Garcia back with Ronald Araujo. Araujo back to the left back, Valdez. This time Barcelona playing a little bit more slowly. Memphis is down on the ground, and he was asking for a foul. It will be a throw-in after the clearance of a defender. I think it was Guinea that brought down Memphis, but now Guinea is saying that he was contacted on his face by Memphis. We'll see what actually happened in just a few moments. 30 minutes have been played. Guinea is having a little bit of a talk with Memphis, and I think he lost actually his contact lens, and now he's putting it back in. So he has put it back in, something just quite that we don't see at all in today's football. Guinea lost his contact lens after after a little bit of a physical dispute with Memphis, and now he has put it back in. Now it's Eddie Garcia. He goes over to his right to Serginho Dest. Once again, Garcia. He goes over to his teammate Ronald Araujo. A little bit of a keep ball between the two defenders. And once again, Granada simply just hanging back with their 4-4-2 formation, not really giving a lot of spaces in the midfield and in the defense. They're simply allowing Barcelona to have the bulk of the possession. But at the moment when they win it back, they'll try to go quickly into the attack through a counter attack and with a lot of pressure when they arrive to a certain point of the pitch. Once again, Busquets, he goes over to Valdez. Valdez goes over to Coutinho, who hasn't had his best match, not having that much of an impact. Now Sergi Roberto. Eddie Garcia, he goes to his right with Serginho Dest. Once again, facing Machís. This time Machís almost wins. But now Escudero arrives on the second point, and he actually wins the ball, but it will be another throw-in for Barcelona. Dest goes back to Eddie Garcia. Once again, Serginho Dest. Garcia once again back to the Uruguayan defender Ronald Araujo. And right now, Granada are simply playing their full 11 men in just it seems a space of 20 meters. They're all just cramped in there, not really even allowing Barcelona to get even near. It was almost Barcelona tried to arrive through a long pass towards Serginho Dest, but he actually tried to head it in the direction of one of his teammates, and it simply fell to the feet of another defender of Granada. Here comes Demir. Demir with a good over the head cross, over the head touch of the defenders, and it will almost arrive to the feet of Serginho Dest, but the right back wasn't really that ready, so it will be another goal kick for Granada. Not that much exciting happening right now. I think the actually we see Luke de Jong that is getting also ready. He's warming up for Barcelona, but right now it's not that exciting for Barcelona. I think the injury and the substitution of Janeteki really took off a lot of the intensity that Barcelona were playing in the final minutes before the midfielder was subbed off. But Granada are playing their own mental games, and they're trying to win doing that. Right now, it's Monchu going to the attack. He's dispossessed once again by Frenkie de Jong very quickly. But once again, Monchu wins the ball back. This time, he won it against Coutinho. Now it's Puertas. Puertas going a little bit from the right towards the center of the pitch. Now Montoro tries to find one of his teammates with a through ball. And now it's Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong that passes it over to Sergio Busquets. And Busquets once again being brought down by a player of Granada. This time was Montoro. And once again, Barcelona try to play the ball quickly I'm not sure if they're trying to surprise Granada, because Granada are simply playing too compact between the midfield and the defenders. And they're simply not allowing Barcelona any pocket of space whatsoever. Right now, it's Machís that brings down Serginho Dest. So it will be a free kick almost near the edge of the box, but on the right side. So it's not even really in a position in which they could go directly for the goal, Barcelona. But Machís, nevertheless, didn't bring down Serginho Dest. And it will be, I think it will be Memphis Depay who's getting ready to simply cross this ball. Here comes Memphis Depay. He is getting ready. He looks very serious, looking towards the inside of the box. Here comes Memphis, and here comes the cross. It was almost a good cross. Almost Eddie Garcia won the aerial duel this time, but once again, the defense of Granada was quicker to get there. And now I think it was Domingo Duarte who actually won that header. Right now it's Alejandro Valdez on the left side. I'm sorry. He goes over to the mid once again towards Valdez. I don't think Valdez has any more discomfort at the moment. I think he's actually recovered right now. Let's hope that is the case. Now they go over to Memphis on the right side. Memphis looking for yet another cross. This time he goes over to Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest with a no-look pass. And I think it was Sergio Escudero who simply pushed Memphis out of the play. And it was actually Montoro who simply pushed and did not allow Memphis to win any more space. It will be now another goal kick for Granada, and another player of Granada is down on the pitch. This time it's Duarte. Duarte, I'm not sure what happened to him. He is giving signs that he is in discomfort or in pain. I'm not sure. Maybe it was after the aerial duel with Eddie Garcia. Let's hope that it's nothing too serious. So another goal kick by Maximiano, and he goes once again towards the right, towards his left side. Once again, Barcelona wins it quickly, but Escudero lets the ball simply go out of play. It will be another throw in for Granada. Here comes Escudero. Escudero goes on trying to find Machís. Serginho this once again wins the competition against the attacker. This time he goes back towards Marc-André ter Stegen. Marc-André ter Stegen looking long, and he does find Frenkie de Jong. He goes to his teammate and the young defender Valdez. Valdez gets away from two midfielders of Granada that were trying to win the ball very quickly for their team. Right now it's Eddie Garcia. Garcia goes over to this. Busquets. It seems as if the defense of Barcelona have had more of the ball than actually the attackers of Barcelona. And they've been playing a lot of keep ball. But at the moment where they have to go into the attack, the midfielders are very, they don't move that much. They're in between a lot of players of Granada. Normally between 2 or 4 players of Granada are simply trying to cut off any alleys of pass or space. And it doesn't seem as if really Demir is in sync yet with his team, as well as Coutinho. So Barcelona are lacking a lot of ideas going forward. And I'm not quite sure what Ronald Koeman will be trying to do. If he does bring on Luc de Jong, probably he will be looking for a lot more crosses and for Luc de Jong to simply win a header for his team. Right now it's Machís. Machís is being brought down now by Busquets, and the referee does give a foul. Both Jorge Molina and Machís were brought down in that play. And Molina simply using his whole physicality and all of his capabilities to simply win the ball and win a little bit more of time for his team. I think also Barcelona's team is a little bit nervous because they know that this match isn't really going their way, and they're not even really doing that much going into the attack. Right now, it's almost Demir who intercepted the ball for his team. Once again, Sergio Busquets is brought down. This time it was Montoro. And Montoro will see the first yellow card of the match after kicking the ball and really not being happy at all with that foul. And so Montoro sees the first yellow card, the player who was subbed on for Yaneteki. He did pull off the kid of Sergio Busquets, but I think it was actually due to the discomfort and what he was actually verbally telling the referee that he saw the yellow card. So another free kick for Barcelona. This time it is a long way away from the box. It does seem as if Mingueza will be brought in. He is getting ready. He has the kit, so he will be jumping onto the pitch. Here comes Memphis. Memphis gets away from Monchu, and Memphis tried to have a good cross, but it was nowhere near even one of his teammates. Now they go over to Serginho Dest. This simply a little bit of a keep ball between himself and Eddie Garcia. Now they go over to the left to Philippe Coutinho. Coutinho facing 2 players. He cuts a little bit back. Here comes the cross. And this time was just too strong and too long to even reach Demir, who was on the far post. It wasn't even in a good area or direction of the pitch. And Oscar Mingueza will be brought on. Let's hope that I'll be sure to tell you in a few seconds. It is Alejandro Valdez who is being brought off with a little bit of lower back discomfort. Very unlucky for the young defender. A lot of the people are really cheering him on and giving him their approval of his match. He has played well. He just hasn't been that lucky with the crosses. And now we'll see how Ronald Koeman rearranges his team. So one substitution on both sides due to injury. And now we'll see how they actually play. Possibly Serginho Dest will be playing on the left side and Oscar Mingueza as a right back. But we'll have to see. Right now it's Moncho with the ball for Granada. He goes over to Kini. Kini goes back to Luis Milla. Luis Milla is basically just run over by Memphis. And it is a foul for Granada. And now it will be a free kick for Granada, a long distance away from the box of Marc-André ter Stegen. I think it's Montoro who is getting ready to put the ball inside of the box. Here comes across and is almost a direct impact. And he did find one of his teammates, and it was almost a good chance for Granada to have a good contact. And Monchu with an incredible shot from long distance, and Marc-André ter Stegen saves that shot. Now Barcelona a little bit scrambling to get back into the possession and go quickly to attack. It's Oscar Mingueza who almost finds Memphis on the quick counter. And so Marc-André ter Stegen saves his team with an incredible stop after Monchu also had an incredible shot off from long distance. Incredible shot by Monchu, and Marc-André ter Stegen simply had to, not simply, but he simply put his hand in that position. I think the whole play was going to be deemed offside due to Luis Abram, the defender of Granada, participating and being offside. Nevertheless, it was a good save by Marc-André ter Stegen. Now Barcelona go with Yusuf Demir on the right. He was almost inside of the box, but now he's being pushed out of it. Now Eddie Garcia, Ronald Araujo and Garcia are basically playing a little bit behind of the box of Granada, so they are really up front on the pitch. And in case they are one of their teammates are dispossessed, they could be very well in a very bad position to go or to face a counterattack by Granada. So almost 44 minutes of the first half have been played, and Barcelona is losing against Granada 1-0 after Duarte won an aerial duel and simply had to head it home after an incredible cross by Escudero. And so here comes Memphis. He will be looking to go with yet another cross for his team. 5 players of Barcelona are looking for that cross. Here it comes by the Dutch midfielder. And an incredible header, I think, with Ronald Araujo, but Maximiano with an incredible save for his side. Ronald Araujo with an incredible contact with his head. It almost seemed to go in, but Maximiano with an incredible save. He simply dived to his right and somehow saved it. Here comes another cross for Barcelona and another header by Ronald Araujo. This time it goes just a little bit wide of the goal, but Maximiano with an incredible save for his side. An incredible header by Ronald Araujo, who went into the box in a very violent form and won it perfectly over Duarte, I think. But then Maximiano with an incredible dive to his right and with one hand headed towards the out of the pitch. So now Barcelona has had 2 or 3 opportunities to go onto the scoreboard, but simply it's been either bad luck or an incredible save this time by Maximiano. Now once again, Barcelona going to the attack. Yusuf Demir was almost in front of the goal with no one in front of him, but I'm not sure what he tried to do. After an incredible shot by Serginho Dest from the right side, as he is playing right now as a left back. Here comes yet another cross. This time he can't reach Ronald Araujo. Once again, Yusuf Demir going into the box, and another cross by Serginho Dest, and another corner kick for Barcelona. Incredible few minutes for Barcelona, and 4 minutes have been added on. I'm sorry, the first one has been played already. 46 minutes played, and another header by Barcelona. This time was Oscar Mingueza. But once again, Maximiano this time was a much easier save. He simply had to put his hands in front of the ball and simply have to catch it. So Maximiano, he has had a few good saves. This time, very easy one, but nevertheless, Barcelona are having a little bit more of credit going forward. It is basically just through crosses. It seems to be the only way that they actually can get inside the box and have some sort of chance to score a goal. Right now, it's Memphis Depay. Here comes Memphis. He goes back to Serginho Dest, the defender who is playing left back at the moment. Once again, Memphis facing two defenders, winning a little bit more of time. He goes over to Frenkie. Frenkie simply gives the ball away over to Monchu. I'm not sure what the Dutch midfielder was trying to do. Once again, Dest facing two players of Granada. He is being brought down, but I think the referee let the play go on, and now it's Oscar Mingueza with a good cross, and he almost found Philippe Coutinho, and now Busquets with a long shot, but I think this time was just too wide of the goal. So Barcelona are trying to go into the scoreboard before the first half ends, but that they're not being that lucky at the moment. And we'll see if actually Ronald Koeman will try to do some sort of change for the second half. And Luis Maximiano is also being an incredible goalkeeper for his side right now, with two incredible saves, one after the header of Ronald Araujo, and one after the very violent shot by Serginho Dest coming from the left. Right now, it's Barcelona is being fouled. I think it was Philippe Coutinho who was fouled by Monchu, and they're trying to play it once again back into get the ball rolling once again, going into the attack very quickly. Here is Frankie Young inside of the box, but he didn't really control the ball really well. Here comes Monchu. Monchu, I'm not sure what he tried to do, but he simply got the ball away as far away as possible from his own box. Here comes, I think it's Sergio Busquets. Busquets going to his left with Serginho Dest once again. Here comes Serginho Dest with a good cross, and it almost finds Ronald Araujo. The rebound goes over to the feet of Machis, and Machis is brought down by Oscar Mingueza in a very violent way. I'm not sure if it should be a yellow card. I think it should, after Mingueza showed a lot of violence going into that tackle. And I think the first half will end on this note. The referee does give the final whistle of this first half after Machis was brought down by Oscar Mingueza. So Barcelona are losing 1-0 to Granada after an incredible header by Duarte, following the good cross of Escudero. And right now, Barcelona almost tied it up, but they weren't lucky enough to actually have the ball go into the net. And well, yeah, let's hope that Barcelona can actually manage to somehow get back into this match. As always, if you have any questions, any comments, please be sure to leave them in the comment section. I'll be sure to check them out. And well, I'll be back in a few minutes to also do a live coverage of the second half. And if everything goes well, I won't be having any more technical difficulties. So I'm so sorry once again, and thank you for sticking around if you did. And well, yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes, and let's hope that it turns out for the best for Barcelona. And well, see you in a few minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for the second half of this match between Barcelona and Granada. For those that have just tuned in, Barcelona are losing 1-0 against Granada after a good header by the defender Duarte. And well, the teams are already on the pitch. They are getting ready to put the ball once again back into play. Barcelona will be the one uh, who put everything back in order for the match to happen once again. So Barcelona didn't have the best of the first halves, but let's hope that this can actually change for Barcelona in order for them to actually have a little bit more luck in front of goal. They almost tied up the match in several occasions, almost three occasions, I believe. One of Sergio Roberto that hit the crossbar, another one of Araujo, a good header by Araujo, but Simon de Maximiano was incredible saving that header. And then Serginho this with an incredible shot. And once again, Maximiano simply saved his goal once again. So Barcelona, let's hope that they can actually have a little bit more of luck in front of goal. And well, yeah, let's hope that if everything changes for Barcelona right now. I believe a change has been made on the Barcelona side. I believe Sergio Roberto has been subbed off, and Luke De Jong has been brought on. Barcelona was basically depending solely on the crosses that their fullbacks were making. So it does make sense that Luke De Jong is in for Sergio Roberto. Luke De Jong, a much more physical and aerial attacker. And so let's hope that he has a little bit more of luck and scores his first goal for Barcelona, or at least helps the culés to go forward and into the attack and possibly tie everything up. Right now, it's Oscar Mingueza with the ball. He actually stole the ball from Machis. He goes back to Araujo. Araujo back to Busquets. Busquets finds Coutinho. Coutinho is being brought down. He is brought down by Luis Milla. So it will be a free kick for Barcelona inside their own half. Right now, it's Memphis. Memphis goes back to Frankie Young. Frankie Young is over to the side towards Busquets with a little bit of space. He goes over to the meat in front of him. The meat facing two defenders. He almost gets away from them, but they bring him to a halt. Now he goes to go back towards Frankie. Oscar Minguez on the right. Once again, Busquets. Busquets goes to Mingueza with a lot of space. He goes with a good cross. And here comes to it. Almost fell to Memphis, who was trying a bicycle kick over the head. And he was almost lucky enough to get it off, but he didn't really contact the ball. So the ball simply went over to the other side of the pitch. Right now, it's once again in the possession of Barcelona. It's Yusuf Demir who was trying to get in between two defenders, but Machis simply won the ball back for his team. And now Busquets wins the ball back. Machis isn't really that happy. Now Memphis finds Budest. Dest with a good cross, and he almost found Luke De Jong. Once again, Barcelona with the ball. Here comes once again Dest on the left side, playing as a left back. He's looking for one of his teammates. He gets away from the defender of Granada, but then his cross was simply too strong. Let's remember that Dest isn't the left back. Alejandro Valdez started this match for Barcelona as a left back, but then he was subbed off due to possibly back lower back injury. So let's hope that the youngster isn't out that much, or isn't even that serious. Is what he felt during the first half. Right now, it will be a throw in for Barcelona. Granada are having the ball right now. They're trying to possibly lower the tempo a little bit of Barcelona and try to cool everything off a bit. Here comes Granada. They're trying to go quick. They were trying to go quickly with Antonio Puertas into attack and through Monchu. But Serginho this won the ball back for Barcelona. Right now, it's in the feet of Marc-André ter Stegen. Ter Stegen goes to the middle towards Coutinho. Coutinho almost gets away, but the ball is intercepted by a player of Granada. But they simply get rid of the ball. This time, Granada. Well, I mean, this first few minutes of the second half, Granada are way more up the pitch than they were in the first half. In the second half, I mean, in the first half, they were simply awaiting in the final. I mean, like 20 meters of the pitch. But this time, they're really much more further up. They're coming right now actually to attack through Monchu. Monchu goes over to Puertas on the right. He's facing Serginho Dest. He does get away from Serginho Dest for a brief second, and now Serginho Dest with a good tackle, but it is deemed a free kick. So Serginho Dest, it looked as if he at first glance had gotten the ball back for his team in a very with a very good tackle, but Antonio Puertas did draw a foul, so it will be a free kick for Granada, and they will be looking once again to go into the attack through their big headers. Marcandete is giving a few indications to his defenders and to his wall. Right now, it's, I believe, Luis Milla who is getting ready for the cross. Only one player on the wall for Barcelona. It is Memphis. Here comes Luis Milla with a good cross, very close to the edge of the small box, but of the 5-yard box. But in the end, I think it was Araujo who got the ball away from danger for Barcelona. It was now Maximiano looking once again for Jorge Molina to win those very physical and aerial duels. This time Serginho Dest won through a lot of speed and a lot of intelligence. Molina is having a word with the assistant referee, telling him that he was being fouled, and I think he was asking for a foul because he was being pulled from his shirt, from his kit. And now it's Barcelona who are going into the attack through the right side, through Mingueza. And right now, once again, Granada simply win the ball. They're waiting for Barcelona to arrive to a certain point of the pitch, and then simply apply a lot of pressure between 2 or 3 players of Granada. Right now, it's Sergio Busquets who has the ball. He's looking for one of his teammates. He decides to go to his left once again with Serginho Dest. Now Coutinho. Coutinho also not having the best of matches, not being that involved in the attack or even in any sort of pass or connection with any of his teammates. And it seems as if Barcelona now have gone back to the rhythm of the first half, in which Granada are once again just waiting back for them and not allowing that much space for any of the players of Barcelona, and simply waiting and hoping that this 1-0 advantage will be enough for them. A good cross by Philippe Coutinho, but Maximiano wins the ball. Now, this time it's Joussouf Demir. Joussouf Demir is being brought down on the edge of the box. Now he's being dispossessed inside of the box. Once again, is being brought down. The referee is not giving anything. Joussouf Demir almost goes in front of the goalkeeper in a 1v1 situation after a very hectic play. Right now, I believe it's Puertas against Memphis. Memphis wins this time, using a lot of his physicality and tracking back the attacker. Here comes Serginho Dest. He plays the ball back into play very quickly. Here comes Eddie Garcia. Now Ronald Araujo. Araujo looking to his right. He does find Oscar Mingueza, the young defender who is playing currently right back for Barcelona. He goes to Demir. Once again, Mingueza. Araujo. Araujo goes to midfield with Frenkie de Jong. Now Dest. Memphis on the left with a lot of possession right now for Barcelona. Dest with a little bit of a back pass for him, and he tried a good cross, but Luis Milla, was all over it. And now Puertas, once again, Milla goes to his left to Motorro, and now Machis going forward. He does have one of his teammates, and he almost found him inside the box, but Oscar Mingueza was quick to simply put his foot and his leg across and not allow the ball to go through. Now Philippe Coutinho loses the ball when Barcelona were trying to go into a little bit of a counter of their own. And Coutinho really out of, I don't know if out of shape or out of form, because he doesn't seem to have that much connection with any of his teammates. And he has been dispossessed multiple times very easily, it seems. Right now, the players of Granada are asking for a yellow card on Sergio after he had a little bit of a contact on the ankle of Monchu. In the end, the referee does not give anything, and it will be another free kick for Granada that is a long distance away from the goal of Marcandete Stegen. Here comes the cross. Oscar Mingueza is there to simply control the ball, but he's once again dispossessed. Jorge Molina now trying to win the ball against Busquets. It falls to the feet of Marcandete Stegen, who simply clears it away from his own box. Now it goes once again over to Mingueza. Busquets. Busquets goes over to the left side with where Serginho this is having a lot of space in front of him. He finally faces Monchu. Monchu being a little bit more precautious and not really allowing that much space. Now Memphis gets away from almost from two defenders. He was being pulled by his right shoulder. In the end, the referee does not give anything, not sort of any foul or any sort of indication that the ball should have been stopped. Right now, Ronald Araujo now intercepts the ball for Barcelona. It falls to the feet of Sergio Busquets. Busquets goes over to Coutinho. Coutinho goes to his right towards Oscar Mingueza, who has a lot of space in front of him. Here comes the cross, and he was looking, I think, for Luc de Jong. Luc de Jong slipped somehow. I don't think he's even touched the ball till this point of the match, Luc de Jong. But it will be a corner kick for Barcelona right now. Here comes the cross, and it finds Ronald Araujo, and Ronald Araujo with a good header, but once again just goes a little bit wide of the goal. Ronald Araujo seems to be the player of Barcelona who is having the best occasions for them to go onto the scoreboard, but he isn't being that lucky as his first attempt was very miraculously safe of Maximiano, and the other two have gone a little bit wide of the goal. But nevertheless, he does seem to be the biggest threat for Barcelona, going in front of goal, at least aerially, through a header. Right now, it's a throw-in for Barcelona. 55 minutes have been played. It's Barcelona. It's Yusuf Demir. He goes over to Eddie Garcia. Now Coutinho. Coutinho goes to Frenkie de Jong. Once again, the Brazilian midfielder has a possession. He goes back once again towards his defenders. A little bit of keep up between Philippe Coutinho and the defenders of Barcelona. Barca are trying to have a little bit more possession, but they're lacking a lot of speed going forward. They're being a little bit predictable when they are going into the attack. And the one player that could be doing a little bit different, Luc de Jong, isn't really even having a lot of contact with the ball right now. It's Memphis on the edge of the box. He crosses a little bit. He goes back. Here comes a cross by Dest, and it almost went the direction of Luc de Jong. The defenders of Granada simply headed out. It falls to the feet of Oscar Mingueza. Now Oscar Mingueza looking for Coutinho between the lines. He does find him, and now Coutinho with an incredible over the head pass towards Dest. Dest with a little bit of a sloppy control. Nevertheless, he does have in his possession. Now he's trying to find once again Coutinho, and Monchu read the intention and simply placed himself in position to intercept that ball. And now he simply gets the ball. He simply gets rid of the ball, and it falls to the feet of Marc-André ter Stegen. Once again towards Serginho Dest, who is trying to go a lot into the attack for his team. He does go very successfully this time for Memphis. Memphis once again trying to go with a cross, but once again I think it was Luis Milla who was there to simply get in between the ball. Once again, here comes the corner kick. It's Memphis to the first post, and it seems as if Sergio Busquets was the target for that. Right now, it's Yusuf Demir on the edge of the box. Another cross. It seemed to be a good one, but once again, the defense of Granada are all over the place to simply head it out. Once again, on the left with Dest was trying to connect with Coutinho, and he did. But then Coutinho, the Brazilian midfielder, tried to connect with Memphis, and he wasn't that successful. Once again, Memphis inside the box. He hits it once, but the defense once again simply gets in the middle of it, and then in the second attempt, the ball simply falls very easily to the hands of Luis Maximiano. So two opportunities for Memphis. The first one was a good shot, I think, but simply he had two defenders in front of him, and then the second one was just too easy for Luis Maximiano to simply have a grab hold of it. So far, 10 shots for Barcelona against just 3 of Granada. Granada still leading 1-0 in this match at the Camp Nou against a Barcelona team that don't seem to have a lot of clear ideas on what they should do going to the attack. 4 shots on target for Barcelona against 2 of Granada. Right now, it's Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong breaking a little bit in between the lines of Granada. He's dribbling forward very intensely. Now he finds Memphis. Memphis is being dispossessed this time by Kini. Once again, Memphis wins the ball back for his team, and Kini brings him down from the pitch. I think they somehow tripped each other, and and Kini simply brought Memphis down. Another substitution for Barcelona. Philippe Coutinho, the Brazilian midfielder, is being subbed off, and Gabi is on for Barcelona, the youngster of La Masia. He knows that this is a golden opportunity for him. He does have a lot of intensity to his game, and let's hope that he can translate into something positive for Barcelona. Right now, it's Memphis. Memphis with a good cross, looking for his teammate, for his international teammate, Luc de Jong. He wasn't that successful right now. The ball is right now at the feet of Yusuf Demir. Now Busquets. Busquets goes over to Eric Garcia. Now Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie with a little bit of possession, a little bit of space. He goes forward. Now he finds Busquets. Busquets goes over to Yusuf Demir, who was once again simply dispossessed very easily by one of the midfielders. Now Jorge Molina is going to the attack. He goes over to Darwin Machis on his left. Darwin Machis simply doesn't have the correct control, and the ball slips out of his reach. And now it's at the feet of Sergio Busquets. Here comes Gabi. Gabi putting a little bit more of intensity and a little bit more of idea behind his movement. He goes over to Frenkie de Jong. Now the ball is with Oscar Mingueza. Frenkie with a little bit of a green space in front of him as he moved towards the space where nobody was. Now it falls to Memphis. Memphis with a good shot, but it goes over the crossbar once again. I think he tried to have it with a good, try to hit it with a good volley, but Memphis just didn't contact it well enough, and it went over the crossbar. But even though it was a good play, I think someone was offside. I think it was Luc de Jong. Luc de Jong was offside, but just a few meters, and he did have a little bit of a contact on the ball. And then it would have been just not given in the end of the day. So Barcelona are still struggling right now. 60 minutes have been played. It's Monchu with a good header looking for Jorge Molina, but Ronald Araujo wins the ball very well. Now it's Oscar Mingueza. Mingueza goes back to his goalkeeper. And now Marcandete simply decides to go long with Frenkie Jong, and Frenkie Jong wins the ball. But Duarte is first to the position to which the ball was going. Now Jorge Molina is brought down once again by Ronald Araujo inside the box, using a lot of physicality. And Jorge Molina once again looking in the direction of the referee and telling him a few things. I'm not sure if he's unpleased with the referee so far. Right now it's Frenkie Jong jumping a little bit forward up the pitch. Now Gabi is brought down by Monchu. Monchu is going all over Gabi. I'm not sure what his intention was. Now Yusuf Demir, he goes to his right with Luc de Jong. He simply plays the ball back towards Busquets. And now a good cross by Mingueza. And it seems as if for a second Des was going to reach it first. Now Puertas simply kicks the ball out of play. And it will be another throw-in for Barcelona. This time it's Serginho Des on the left. He goes over to Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie goes over to the middle with Sergio Busquets. Busquets goes to Garcia, to the defender, the Spanish defender. Now Serginho Des. Des goes to the middle once again with Sergio Busquets. And then I'm not sure how. I think it was Jorge Molina that slid and somehow passed the ball all the way back to Luis Maximiano, who simply has to catch the ball, and now is making is burning a little bit of time and allowing his team to go up the pitch and not be that close to his own box. Here comes the long pass. He was looking for Puertas. He wasn't that successful right now. Now it's Barcelona that have the ball once again with Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong goes over to the right with Yusuf Demir, the young player who hasn't had his best performance for Barcelona still at the moment. He goes over to Mingueza, back to Demir. Now Sergio Busquets. Busquets goes back to Oscar Mingueza. Mingueza facing two defenders of Granada. He decides to go back once again. And here comes the cross in the direction of Luc de Jong. And Luc de Jong seemed to have been in a good position to hit it, but he wasn't even that ready, I think, or he's telling his teammates that his kit was being pulled, and so it is a goal kick for Granada once again. Luis Maximiano. Luc de Jong was in a good position to have had a good contact on the ball, but he didn't even reach it. Luis Maximiano goes short in the midfield. He goes over to Luis Milla. Now Kini goes over to Puertas. Puertas once again dispossessed. And it's once again another throw in on the right side, but this time it's for Granada. Granada are taking their time to put the ball back again into play. They're allowing their team to cool off a little bit. And this time, I think two players Granada are getting ready to come onto the pitch. It will be Luis Suarez, and I'm not sure who the other player will be. Right now, it's another free kick for Granada after a player was brought down by Gavi. It was Luis Villa who was brought down. I'm sorry. And right now, Granada, once again, looking for that long pass for Jorge Molina. Jorge Molina somehow brings down both Frenkie de Jong and Dest, but in the end, he doesn't win the ball back for his team. Now they go all the way, Barcelona go all the way back towards Marc-André Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen goes to the veteran and captain, Sergio Busquets. Once again, the German goalkeeper goes too long with to his right to Yusuf Demir. Yusuf Demir almost lost the ball, but he somehow controlled it and gives the ball back to his defense. Here comes Garcia. Garcia looking and finding Memphis. Memphis not being happy at all after a solid contact by one of the midfielders. Once again, Memphis. Memphis goes to Frenkie de Jong. Now Serginho Dest almost on the edge of the box. Now he is inside the box, and I think he tried a shot, but somehow it went so wide that it was almost a throw in on the other side of the pitch. So right now, two additional substitutions for Granada. It will be Luis Suarez who will be brought on for Jorge Molina. Luis Suarez, a very different player to the veteran attacker. Luis Suarez is a much more pacey attacker and will probably look to attack the spaces that the defense of Barcelona are leaving behind. So the veteran goal scorer Jorge Molina will be leaving the pitch. And he is taking his time. He isn't even showing that much intention of leaving the pitch, as Luis Suarez is waiting for him to simply leave. And also Antonio Puertas, the right winger, is also off. And I'll tell you in a few seconds who was brought on. I'm not quite sure. It was Gongalon. Yes, it was Gongalon. Gonalons, I'm sorry. So it was Gonalons who was brought on for Puerta, and Luis Suarez for Jorge Molina. So two players with a lot of speed, and we'll be looking to. I think we'll be looking to attack Barcelona and those spaces that the Catalan club leaves behind as they are trying to go onto the scoreboard and possibly rescue a draw from this match. Right now it's Monchu going to almost to the corner kick. He was being brought down by Serginho Dest, and Serginho Dest is having a lot of words with the referee as he was being brought down by Monchu after he had dispossessed him. In the end, it is a corner kick for Granada. And now, once again, the Granada players are taking their time to simply get into position. Right now, it's 10 corner kicks for Barcelona against 4 of Granada. I think it's it's Luis Milla who is getting ready to put the ball back into play. I'm sorry, it's Montoro. Here comes the cross. It's Montoro with a good cross, a very violent cross, and it seems as if it was going to reach Machis, Darwin Machis, but in the end, it was Yusuf Demir who had a little bit of a contact on the ball with his head, and now it's another throw-in for Granada. So almost 70 minutes have been played, 20 minutes and change to be played, and Barcelona still don't seem to be any closer to scoring that goal that would put them in a position to draw the match. Right now, it's Barcelona that are trying to go through the left. A lot of space in front of him is Eddie Garcia, trying to go a little bit into the attack. Right now, Ronald Araujo. Araujo goes back to Eddie Garcia. Now Memphis also not having that his best match. And here comes Des with a good cross, and he almost found it was either Gabi or Luc de Jong who were in a good position to head it, but it was Neva, the left back for Granada, who was the first one to be in the position, and he simply headed out of play. And now it's another corner kick for Barcelona, and they'll be getting ready to hit it. It's Luc de Jong with a very strange sort of header. He hit it back into onto the other side of the pitch. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do, but he didn't have a good contact at all with the ball. Once again, it's Frenkie de Jong on the left. Frenkie de Jong looking for a cross once again. He only finds Des on who he can play back to. Once again, Busquets. Busquets with yet another cross. This time they do find Araujo, who was kept up the pitch looking for another cross. And this time I think it's Yusuf Demir who was brought down almost on the edge of the pitch. The players of Granada aren't happy at all, and I think it will be a yellow card. Yes, so there is a yellow card for Gonalons. Gonalons sees his first yellow card just a few minutes in the pitch, and the goalkeeper, the referee gives the indication that it was due to the fact that he had contact with his arm on the face of Yusuf Demir. Looking back at the replay, I'm not sure. He only brushed up Yusuf, who is very, very small in comparison to Gonalons. But in the end, it will be a free kick for Barcelona. And I think it will be Memphis who is getting ready to have a try at goal. He is very near the edge of the box. He's in a good position to hit it directly. He's just 21 meters away, and he's very centered, so he could go to either of the two posts in order to really have a surprise element to his free kick. We'll see if Memphis Depay can actually produce something in order to put his team back into a position to win the match. I think it's six. There are six players on the wall looking to really cover Luis Maximiano's goal, and here comes Memphis, and the ball simply didn't even get over the wall, and Memphis is talking to the referee, telling him that it hit someone's hand. The referee is having none of it. Looking back at the replay, it did hit, I believe, a player on the elbow of Kini. It did hit on his elbow. He did have it he did have it on his body, and the referee gives the indication that nothing will be produced of it. It was a good decision by the referee because it was a little bit polemic, but it wasn't really in a good position to decide. Right now, it's a throw in for Barcelona, and somehow it almost found its way towards Memphis, the ball inside of the box, being just surrounded by 5 players of Granada. Right now, it's Barcelona with another throw in for their team. Once again, it's just not the brightest of the day for Barcelona. They're not being really able to connect in any way whatsoever, go into the attack. Right now, it's Granada that actually dispossessed. I think it was, I'm not sure who it was, but Darwin Machis, I believe. I'm not sorry, Queenie. Queenie dispossessed Serginho Dest, and then he drew a foul by the American defender, and 2 players will be brought on for Barcelona. It seemed as if it will be Gerard Piqué. I'm not sure why he'll be brought on, but he does seem to be getting ready to come on the pitch. It will be Gerard Piqué and I think Ricky Puig. So two more substitutions for Barcelona, and we'll see if either of the two can actually do something a little bit more different to give a little bit more fresh ideas for Barcelona. Right now, it's Yusuf Demir that gets away from one defender. He finds Mingueza with a good cross, but it was too strong, and he found nobody. But it was Kini who was first there, and now he sends the ball over to another corner kick for Barcelona. This will be the 12th corner kick for Barcelona, and yes, it will be Ricky Puig will be brought on, and Sergio Busquets is being brought off. So Sergio Busquets being brought off, the captain is off, and Ricky Puig is on, and I'm not sure who will be who Gerard Piqué will be subbing for. It will be Yusuf Demir. So Yusuf Demir is being brought off. Not his best match either. I'm not sure what sort of indication or what is the idea behind this. Possibly just play a lot of crosses, even more crosses, and allow Gerard Piqué to win one of them. Here comes a cross by Memphis from the corner kick. And a player of Granada is down on the pitch. He is inside of his own box. And now Luis Maximiano wins the other cross. I'm not sure who is down on the pitch, but he's grabbing his right leg with a lot of discomfort, it seems. And even his teammates are asking for the medical staff to come in. Now the referee gives the indication. Let's hope that it's nothing too serious, but he's in a very awkward position. I think it's Luis Abram, and they're giving, I think even Gonalons is saying that he should be subbed off. It was after a competition, I think, with Ronald Araujo. He fell in a very awkward position, I think, and I think it was purely on his own that he was injured. And well, let's hope it's nothing too serious for the defender. But it does seem as if he won't be able to continue on. And right now, Gabi is receiving a lot of instructions by Ronald Koeman. So let's see if he can actually understand what this coach is trying to say, what the idea is, and allow his team to go a little bit better into the attack. Luis Abram is on his feet. He does walk off the pitch on his own, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to continue on. Right now, 75 minutes have been played, and now it is ball for Granada. I'm not quite sure what happened at the moment. And a player of Barcelona, Oscar Mingueza, will see a yellow card. He's having a lot of talk with the referee, and I'm not sure what even happened because it seemed to have a little bit of confusion. It seemed as if Barcelona were going to do a fair play, but right now a player of Barcelona has seen the yellow card, Oscar Mingueza. I think they were telling him that he didn't play it well, the throw-in, and he does see the yellow card after making a hand gesture towards the referee. So right now, 76 minutes. Barcelona once again just in a position in which they have to go into the attack, and they're not having that much idea on how to do it. A lot of crosses basically, and it does seem as if right now it's Memphis Depay who almost had a little bit of good control on the ball inside of the box, but he wasn't really able to. And I was going to say that Gerard Piqué is playing basically as a striker. They will be looking for him to have a good header. And then Oscar Mingueza with a violent cross. It seems as if Luis Maximiano had a little bit of a touch on it, but the referee is giving just a corner kick. No, it did hit. It hit, I think, the crossbar. I'm not quite sure how that happened. It did hit the crossbar. Luis Maximiano did not have any sort of contact with the ball, but Oscar Mingueza with a very tight cross, and it was almost a good attempt by the right back for Barcelona. Luis Maximiano with another goal kick. He goes long this time to his right. He was looking for Luis Suarez, who hasn't had that much contact with the ball. It finally finds its way towards him. Oscar Mingueza simply dispossesses him very easily. And now Memphis Depay. Here comes Memphis. He goes back towards Ronald Araujo. Once again, he goes towards Frenkie de Jong. Now Oscar Mingueza once again with another cross. And I don't know what happened, but Luke de Jong was brought down somehow by a defender, and the defender was asking for a foul, I think, against Luke de Jong. I'm not quite sure what even happened. Right now, it's Serginho Dest once again arriving to the final part of the pitch, and he has won another corner kick for Barcelona. I'm not sure what even happened between Luke de Jong and the defender of Granada, but it was a little bit of chaotic inside the box. Right now, it's another corner kick for Barcelona. Here comes Memphis with a good cross, and I think it was Gabi. It was Luke de Jong who was basically in front of the goal. and he didn't have a good contact. I'm not sure what even happened. He was basically inside the 5 yard box. He was all alone in front of the goal, and he simply headed over the bar. He was all alone, nobody around him. He was, well, I mean, he did have a player on his in his back, but he was all alone in front of the goal. He just had to head it with a little bit of direction. It would have gone in surely, but he just went over the crossbar. So Barcelona still losing 1-0. Could have gone up with that header by Luc de Jong. He was brought on basically for that, to just head good crosses home, but he isn't able to do so. Right now, it is once again Eddie Garcia. Garcia goes to Memphis, who is basically pressed by 4 players once he has any sort of contact with the ball. Here comes Des with a good cross and a good header by this time by by Ronald Araujo this time. But but Luis Maximiano was in a good position to simply lay on his side and grab the ball. So 80 minutes have been played. Just 10 minutes to go. We'll see also what the referee, the fourth referee, adds on. But so far, it doesn't seem as if Barcelona really will be able to draw this match. Right now, it's Granada that for once are going into attack through Luis Suarez, but once again he simply dispossessed very quickly. I think it was Gavi who won the ball back for him, but now now player Barcelona is down on the ground. I think it was once again Frenkie de Jong, but Barcelona get the ball rolling once again very quickly, looking for that equalizer. Enrique Puig, he goes over to the other side with Gavi. Gavi looks for and finds Oscar Minguez a lot of space. Another cross. Here comes for Luc de Jong. Luc de Jong seemed to have wanted to try some sort of bicycle kick. He didn't even try it in the end. He was simply he showed his intention and his idea, but he wasn't even able to do it physically. So Barcelona once again have the ball with Oscar Minguez on the right. Minguez with another cross, looking this time for Gerard Piqué, and Luis Maximiano simply catches the ball after it was a very lobbed header by Gerard Piqué, I think. Ronald Koeman doesn't look very happy at all with his team, but Barcelona aren't having any real or original ideas at the moment. They're simply just crossing the balls inside the box of Luis Maximiano and hoping for the best, but not really even constructing a single play of danger in the midfield or even between the attackers. Once again, it doesn't seem as if Luc de Jong is in sync with his team yet, as well as Memphis trying to do his best, but also not really even having that much luck in front of goal. Right now, it's Monchu. Monchu who's getting away from two. He does get away. Now he even draws a foul by Ricky Puig. The 2 players that possibly, I think they know each other because of their days in La Masia. And Monchu is clearly in pain. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he's exaggerating. He is winning time for his team. And I think Ricky Puig simply had a little bit of a contact, but simply minimal contact with Monchu. Here comes Granada. They're trying to play it along in the direction of Montoro, I believe. But in the end, the ball simply goes out of the play. And it is another goal kick. Marcanete Singh takes it very quickly towards the middle with Frenkie de Jong. Now Dest goes over to Ricky Puig. Now Gavi, who is on the right. He goes over to Araujo. Now Mingueza goes over to Frenkie de Jong. Now Eddie Garcia, Memphis Depay. A lot of keep up between the players of Barcelona, but not a lot of intention or even going forward. Here comes another cross by Dest, and almost seemed to reach Ronald Araujo, but the defender of Granada was first there. And now it seems as if Ronald Araujo is very tired to simply going up and down the pitch so many times and trying to win the aerial duels. Right now, I think Luc de Jong was trying to control the ball after a very lob pass. He wasn't that successful, but in the end, his team still has still has the ball in the possession. Eddie Garcia, he goes over to Ricky Puig. Here comes Ricky. Ricky goes to his left, and his pass is intercepted this time by Kini, who finds Luis Suarez. Kini once again goes over to Monchu. Monchu is dispossessed, and he is fouled by Eddie Garcia. I'm not sure why the referee gave it. Eddie Garcia first intercepted the ball and then had a little bit of contact on Monchu. Nevertheless, it is a foul for Granada, and yet another opportunity for the visiting team to waste a little bit more of time and allow the clock to simply run out. Almost 85 minutes, Ronald Koeman is smiling and smirking on the sideline. I think he understands that his team is very poorly and that they're simply not having any sort of ideas, and they're not even having that much opportunities in front of goal. And the Granada have simply outplayed him once again. Let's remember that last season, Granada almost eliminates Barcelona from the Copa del Rey, but somehow Barcelona managed to make a huge comeback. Nevertheless, it seems as if once again Granada have outplayed Ronald Koeman. Here comes Memphis. I think he tried to juke somehow Serginho this, and then the pass was simply off target, and now it will be a free kick. I mean, a goal kick for Granada. Luis Maximiano sees a yellow card because he is wasting a lot of time on every single goal kick. So yellow card for Luis Maximiano as well on the player Granada. Almost 86 minutes have been played. Let's see how much time is also added for the second half. Not that much time has been wasted as much as in the first half due to the injuries. Nevertheless, they will have to add something. Right now it's Ricky Puig. Ricky Puig goes over to this. Ricky Puig is brought down by Monchu. The referee does give the foul by Monchu, and he will see the yellow card after he brought down the young Spanish midfielder Ricky Puig. Once again, if you have any questions in the comments, please be sure to leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to check them out. Let me know what you think of this match if you're watching. Let me know if you're just listening to it, and let me know what do you think of this live coverage so far. So here comes yet another cross by Barcelona, and this time it's Piqué who's looking for one of his teammates. It's Memphis. Memphis is being brought down. I think the now four defenders of Granada were facing off with him. It was Ronald Araujo, I'm sorry. And now a player of Granada is down on the ground. Gerard Piqué is telling Ronald Araujo to simply calm down. He will see the yellow card. The rewind defender sees a yellow card. He is trying to tell the referee that he was brought down by one of the players of Granada. And also a player, I think Kini, sees a yellow card by Granada. And I'll have a look at the replay and tell you if something really happened between Ronald Araujo and one of the players of Granada. I think he did have a little bit of contact on his right leg, but I don't think it could be deemed. I don't think it could be deemed as a foul. And then I think two defenders of Granada were slapping him a little bit on his face. And I think it was both. I'm not even sure who they were. I think it was Luis Milla and Sanchez. They were simply slapping him a little bit when he was down on the ground, and obviously the Uruguayan defender wasn't really happy with that. And so Granada also went a little bit because a little bit of time was wasted during that action. And so Granada are just a few minutes away from winning at the Camp Nou against Barcelona. Almost 89 minutes right now on the clock have been played. Frenkie Young is being dispossessed, and he almost left the ball on a 1v1 situation for a player. I think it was Darwin Machis, who was almost in a 1v1 situation, but the referee gave away a foul against Frenkie because his kit was being pulled a little bit. So here comes once again Barcelona trying to play through the wings and trying to arrive to a place in which they could actually send a good cross. Here comes Frenkie de Jong. He goes over to his right. He finds Oscar Mingueza. He goes back towards the Dutch midfielder. And now Ronald Araujo tries to head it. He heads it in the direction of Gerard Piqué. And another good cross. And a good header by Ronald Araujo. And he does score finally a goal for Barcelona. He was being the best player of Barcelona so far in this match. And finally Ronald Araujo has his prize. And he does head the ball inside of the goal. It was a very interesting play by both Gerard Piqué and Ronald Araujo. Seemed a very I'm not sure, even quaint cross by Gavi, but Ronald Araujo was simply in a very good position to head it, and Luis Maximiano could do nothing to prevent it. So Barcelona have drawn this match with just a few minutes to go. 90 minutes have been played right now, and we'll see how much time is added as well, and if Barcelona can actually go forward in this match. Right now, the game is once again being played. It's with Gavi, I believe. No, it's Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia goes over to Ricky Puig, and it seems as if the players of Barcelona are trying to go even more into the attack right now. Granada will wait even deeper inside their own half and just wait and pray for that Barcelona can actually do something to go up front. Right now, Serginho Dest, who didn't have a good control of the ball after a very good pass. And I'm sorry, I couldn't even see this action, but it seems as if Darwin Machís was asking for a penalty after Frenkie de Jong slid and passed the ball back to Marc-André ter Stegen. In the end, it was not deemed a penalty, and with good reason. And now even more time is being wasted by the Granada player, and not even sure what is happening right now. The referee is going over to the sideline, and I think he will talk with the manager of Granada or his assistant. I'm not even sure what will be happening, but a yellow card will be shown towards the bench of Granada. It is Baca who does see the yellow card, the substitute and Colombian attacker. And right now, a lot of talk between the bench of Granada and the referees, and it seems as if the fans aren't also really that happy with what has been happening so far, and they are throwing a lot of stuff onto the pitch. Right now, 92 minutes, I'm sorry, have been played, and Barcelona still will be looking for that. With that draw, I'm not even sure how much time has been added. I'm not even sure if the referee has even given a certain amount of time that has been given. Right now, it's Ronald Araujo who is trying to win, and he does win on the sideline, and he does send a good cross. And then Gerard Piqué slid trying to win the ball, but he takes down a defender of Granada with a very violent way, and I think he will see the yellow card. And it will be a yellow card. Piqué did have a lot of contact with defender. I think it was Duarte. Duarte simply intercepted that cross. Gerard Piqué slid as he tried to win it, but in the end, the defender of Granada took the worst part of it, and all of the players of Granada were simply ecstatic, trying to go over to the referee and tell him what they were thinking. So 4 minutes were added. We're at the 93rd minute of the match. Barcelona are drawing 1-1 against Granada. I think it's a big reward for Barcelona's. I think it's a big reward for Barcelona's effort, especially for Ronald Araujo, who was doing his best. And right now, I think we see Baca, the attacker, on the bench, and he's simply looking at the fans and laughing at them. He's laughing at them as if, basically just mocking the fans right now of Barcelona. A lot of time, once again, is being wasted. The referee gives the indication that they will play all the time that has been lost so far. So the time goes up to 96 minutes. Another 2 minutes will be played. So here comes Granada right now trying to go into the attack through Darwin Machís. Machís goes into the attack, and now he draws a foul by Oscar Mingueza, and Oscar Mingueza could very well see the yellow card. I'm not sure if he will. No, the referee will not show him the yellow card, but Darwin Machis is brought down and he certainly is in pain. Even more time will be wasted. I'm not even quite sure what Oscar Mingueza was trying to do, but he did have a little bit of contact on his left foot, I think. And so here comes yet another free kick for Granada. No, Barcelona will have to defend this cross, and let's see if Granada don't have yet another surprise for Barca. Here comes Montoro, who is getting ready to send the cross in. Just four players of Granada are inside the box, looking for having to have a little bit of a contact on the ball. And I think it was Darwin Machis who was looking for a rebound, and he did find it, but he didn't even have a good contact. Now it's Gerard Piqué who was looking to win a physical battle. Now it's Monchu who wins the ball. Now it's Darwin Machis once again who wins the ball. A lot of confusion, but now even the defense of Granada are going back really quickly. Marc-André ter Stegen was trying to send a very long ball and quick, looking for a long pass, but he wasn't that accurate and couldn't find anyone. Right now it's Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie goes to his left with Ricky Puig. Now Memphis possibly the last or one of the last plays of the match. Here comes a good cross, and it was almost Ronald Araujo who hits it back. And I think it was Ronald Araujo who almost had a little bit of a contact on the ball. Another throw in for Barcelona. Here comes Memphis. Memphis looking for yet another cross. This time I think it's looking for Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué fouls a player of Granada, and now Gerard Piqué is expressing his dissatisfaction. And I think the match will end on this note, and Barcelona will be drawing with Granada 1-1 after a very passionate match and a very passionate goal by Ronald Araujo, who had been looking for it all match long. And I think the referee will end it. And yes, the match has ended. So a 1-1 draw between Granada and Barcelona. Barcelona somehow miraculously drew the match. And well, I think that's basically it. And that's all I can tell you. Barcelona did have a lot of opportunities to go up front. Also, Maximiano, the goalkeeper of Granada, was simply incredible in just a few chances that Barcelona had. And so that's the way it goes today. Barcelona draws 1-1 against Granada at the Camp Nou, thanks to goals of two defenders, Duarte by Granada and Ronald Araujo for Barcelona. And well, we'll see if Ronald Koeman can turn things around for his team and change a little bit the dynamic that's been happening so far in this season. As always, if you want to keep up to date with everything of Barcelona, please be sure to check out blaugranagram.com. Please be sure to support us in our podcast. Earlier today, I had the podcast in Spanish, Blaugranagram en el Johan, in which we talk about Barcelona B and Barcelona Femení. And also, we have the Driven Shot podcast hosted by Blaugranagram CEO Omar Hawash. That's tomorrow. I'll be there myself. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And well, yeah, I think that's it for today. And hope you're all well. Thank you all for the comments the few comments that we had. And well, yeah, hope you're all well. Hope Barcelona can change this